It was in January of 2013, and I was with Babe Michelle Rosado in New York, and he was fighting the biggest fight of his career back then against Gennady Golovkin. And I thought I was out there, you know, biggest fight with Gabe, and what's crazy is when I look back, that night was 6 years ago and 8 months ago. And that night led me to being right here today, working with Russell. It took me a while to get to know Russell. I actually got to know Bam first, and then little by little, she kind of reeled me in. You know, you gotta meet Russell, and you know, so eventually we met. He's not the type that trusts anyone, and I think a half a century in boxing will do that to somebody, right? So, you know, he didn't welcome me right away with open arms. He was really tough. But as I got to know Bam and as I got to know Russell, I didn't just want to pick his brain. You know, a lot of people come into the business and they're fly by night. So they want to pick your brain, right? They want to learn the ropes, and they have all this money, and then 3 years later they're gone. You know, if they last 5 years, you know, that's pretty lucky. But I knew once I met Russell and Bam that, you know, I just wanted to soak everything up like a sponge. He finally let his guard down, and I came on board to Peltz Boxing as an intern, and I would have done anything. I would have carried his briefcase, I would have carried the spit bucket, I would have flown across country. I would have done anything to learn the business from him. And during that time, I was experiencing that tough love, but at the time it felt like something else. Like, I don't know, it was tough. To mentor someone, to truly mentor someone, you have to trust them. And you have to set aside paranoia and ego. And Russell did just that with me. He has no ego, no agenda. He taught me how to promote. And one of his favorite phrases is, you know, anybody could promote Ali Frazier. Can you promote the two guys from North Philly at a local venue and sell tickets there? That's a good promoter, because anybody can promote Ali Frazier. And I always think about that, and when some of our shows get really tough, you know, and the tickets aren't selling, and I always think, well, anybody can promote Ali Frazier, so what do I gotta do, right? Over time, Russell and Linda, his wife, have become my family. I stay at their house when I'm in town, when I'm in Philly working. They've welcomed me with open arms. We fight about the garbage disposal. We fight about, you know, just everything you can think of. But I know I see them as family because we fight about those things, right? And I want them to drink more alkaline water, and I want them to eat better because I want them to stick around as long as possible. You know, I'm not ready for him to walk away. I'm not ready for him to go to Florida and just live a happy life. You know, I'm not ready for that. So I'm just gonna fight with him about drinking water and eating better, you know, and just continuing to get on his nerves. When things go wrong, like the time that I forgot to order 2 pair of gloves for Babe Rosado in a really big fight, when I forgot my checkbooks in Tucson and I had to pay everybody and I had no checks, I went to Russell, and it did not faze him because he has been through everything you could even imagine. So he calmly told me what to do, how to fix it, who to call, you know, but that's my go-to. And at the end of the day, the show always goes on. When he was robbed at gunpoint at his office, the show went on. When he lost his dear son, the show went on. He makes me hold myself to a higher standard. So no matter what, the show goes on. When you ask Russell what are some of the high points in his career and what truly has made him happy, a pattern quickly emerges, okay? It's Benny Briscoe when he won the big fight in Paris, Jason Sosa winning the title in Beijing as an underdog, giving the speech at Lorraine Chargan's Hall of Fame induction. So none of these events that he holds in such high regard were about him. None of them are. They're about other people's accomplishments. Out of the thousands of things that he has taught me over the past 6 years and 8 months, these are the 3 that stand out. Number 1, always do the right thing. Number 2, don't cut off your nose to spite your face. And number 3, once a comp customer, always a comp customer. Emily asked me what I would say to you, Russell, if I would never talk to you again. And the answer is very simple. I love you. And you have been a father figure to me. You have mentored me. You have accepted me into your business. You've accepted me into your home, into your family. And nothing that I've done in boxing holds a candle to having the honor of hopefully one day being able to carry out your legacy here. I'm thankful for everything you've done for me over the past 6 years and 8 months. All I ever want is to make you proud. That's all I want to do, is make you proud. To Philadelphia, you are an icon. To boxing, you are a legend. And to me, you are these things and so much more. You've shared your knowledge and experience with me without reservation and without ego. You were tough on me, which is why I can proudly say that I am Bill Peltz tough. Thank you, congratulations on your golden anniversary, and to many more years, because I'm not letting you go anywhere yet. So the past couple months, we have worked on a tribute video for Russell, and I had him send me DVDs of some of the best fights that he's ever promoted. 50 years worth of going through videos and tapes and this punch and that round and that minute mark. I mean, he remembers everything, and then he thinks I'm supposed to know those things. What are you talking about? But anyway, I'd like everyone to look at the TV screens. This is our first time sharing this video. We're also going to play it on Fight Night next Friday.